Brothers and sisters, generals, those who've been riding along with the brother, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, I salute you and thank you, and may that great divine just stay in our life and keep us focused and keeping our eye on the sparrow of life, lessons, things that, again, not always serious, things to we can enjoy in life to, because enjoyment helps with our immune system, positivity, helps with our immune system. It's a wonderful thing, when we can focus on things to, help with our inner core. And music can do that. And that's why, and I uploaded this before, but before I get to speaking, and I got some names of some artists that I wanted to speak on, that I always speak on, and do some little briefings on some of the artists' life, and some will be golden school, because I don't say old school. Some of it will be golden school, maybe some current, maybe some close to new, but just artists that popped in one spirit that I wanted to speak on. And so that's why I honor thy ancestors, those who fought so very hard to get many of us in that great divine space that we are in. Man, the righteous generals, brother or sister, that fought so very hard to get many of us in that great divine space that we are in. Just gotta be thankful we wake up every day, because we're alive and breathing, and we back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade. So salute to my leaders and teachers with a student spirit, and salute to the real, genuine, righteous content creators out there. Those I've learned from, brother and sister. And we always got to give thanks to our families, where we came from, our mother, father, our grandfather, and our grandmother. A lot of our gifts that we have come from that great divine, but through our DNA. So be thankful, those who have and those who aren't, pull the good. If we had parents that, maybe weren't so good, or grandparents, or, because I know that's a reality too. But we don't have to be like maybe how the past was or whatever. We can be different. That's, that's the best part of life. That's the joy of life, is being right as we possibly can in the pit of our soul, as brother or sister, younger or older, family. It's a wonderful thing. But I wanted to get to it, brothers and sisters, because as you know, I love music, all types, R&B, hip hop, classic, soft rock with a beat, if it got something to it. I understand. I like country, the words of country music, but don't really care for the country music. I think I mentioned jazz, reggae, Jamaican, African music, just about everything, something, fun music. I even like a little music where it's going hard. I'll take a little, little cussing, a little aggression. But as I always say, folks, if you haven't heard me say it, I'll say it now. Gotta have a purpose. Because again, I go in on some songs. Because songs are like emotions. It's how you feel at that moment. And that's the best time to make a song, a real song from the pit of that soul. And not too much digital. Too much digital. I was trying to say digitalized, if that's a word. But yeah, try to stay as original as we can, because that's what keeps making music fun, whether it's hip hop, R&B, if it's good music now. And fun music, again, we can go hard, be aggressive, but with a purpose, my brothers and sisters. All right, I want to give a salute, as you can see on my banner here, is the great SHEILA E. And one of the greatest drummers of all times. And it's kind of a podcast in honor of her. And I uploaded this before, but I kind of took it down. I wanted to redo it because there was some more artists that I wanted to add to the list. And I wanted to do a little bit more researching, So I won't just, because I'm not into giving misinformation. So I just want to make sure, the information I'm giving is current, correct. And if it's not, correct me, so try to be as on point and have facts the best way we can. But salute to SHEILA E, as we know, was one of the greatest drummers of all times. And as we remember, she played in Crush Groovin'. And we had some other artists that was in that movie. And I did want to bring up, let me see, now, I did research that I think she was engaged to Prince briefly, and rest in peace and empower Prince. I just did a recent podcast on Prince where I had Spike Lee and Prince on the banner. And salute to Spike Lee for the movie Do the Right Thing, and that's more than just a word, real talk. And salute to all the people that he made a platform for. A lot of stars came out of that movie, Do the Right Thing. So salute to Spike Lee, and he was on the thumbnail and/or banner with Prince. I did a tribute to Prince. I did the same thing, and just gave some positive words and spoke on some artists. Had a list because I like doing that. I like having lists and speaking on different artists and giving one's perspective on their music and how they do it. But like I said though, we gotta have fun too. So I want to speak on some fun music, and again, we be aggressive and we talk about the serious things of the world, person, place, thing. But I always like to say all the time, don't forget to have fun, because it's very, very important, and it is part of the balance. But salute to Sheila E. And I was getting ready to say, I think she was engaged to Prince briefly, if I'm not mistaken. I did look that up, and I did thought that I don't know if I guess she collabed with Prince on the song Purple Rain, but I'm not sure, so I have to say alleged, because I did do a little more research on Apollonia, and we all remember the beautiful Apollonia, and I guess she wrote the lyrics to Purple Rain, but don't quote me on that. But that was something that she had mentioned. I actually heard her say in an interview. So, as I say on this channel, I don't do the beefing. I see the beefing that's going on with two artists. I just don't get into the beefing, because as I say, brothers and sisters, beefing breeds negative energy. So I think it's ridiculous and stupid, especially when it's two adults. I mean, it doesn't breed positive energy, and it also brings division. So I'm not into division. Sorry, I'm not into the trend things. I don't do trends. I made a podcast called the honey bumblebee theory. That's what social media is like to me, as I always said. I said this before, but it's a podcast I made. The media is the honey, and some of us, not all of us, are the bees. And every time they throw something out there, bzzz, bzzz, the honey bumblebee theory. So that's my own little thing I came up with. And if you deeply rooted in your divine spirit, you connect to that universe, and be serious about it. Don't think it's just some weird cosmic thing. And again, tap into that part of our brain. Don't be afraid of it. Tap into it. It's a lot out there we can explore in the world and in our mind. But it starts with what first, brothers and sisters? A thought. That's how a lot of these musicians came to be, and artists and musicians and great dancers. And some of them didn't even need school, because they tapped in to that divine skill within. So what we have to do, brothers and sisters, take our divine skills and musical skills to a whole nother level. Took a minute to get to that title. And by the way, welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion. And I'll say good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, whatever time zone you're in. I usually start out with good morning, because I usually do my podcast in the morning, because I think that's when it's the best time to do it. But I wanted to get this off because I uploaded this podcast before. And it was just on my spirit. It was weighing on my heart. I wanted to do it and talk about it. But I wanted to speak on the great Sheila E., as I said, one of the greatest drummers of all times. I think she was a writer, producer, of course we know, actor. And she played in the movie Crush Groove, as the movie we all remember. And the song I like by her is Love Bazaar. And I swear that song almost fits with now. It's real talk. Because just listen to her in the song. This all we want. All is that love bazaar. I might mess up the song, the hook, but you know how I go. Once they love it, was all we want, love. All we want is love bazaar. Something like that. I don't know how I go, but I heard that song and it sent chills through my body. It took me back in time. But if we know the songs she made and other songs that she has made, but that's one of them. But I like the video. It just looked like she had fun, and I'm gonna get into that fun music. She did make fun music, and I guess I didn't know. I guess Apollonia and Sheila E. I don't know if they had some kind of disagreement, but that's not my fight. I'm not getting in it. And I guess she said she wrote Purple Rain, and I don't know. I guess Sheila E. didn't, but not getting into that. Not trying to divide, because I'm not into division or beefing, but. So they both were great in their own way, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But salute to Sheila E, because this is what is a tribute to, and music like her, and artists that had energy like she did. So artists I named is the artists I thought had kind of the same energy she did, and some artists that I'll name she played in that Crush Groove movie, and I know we remember Yo MTV Raps with Ed Lover and Dre, when Ed Lover had that high top fade with the blue with the I'm finna say the blonde streak. Man, it was the days. So salute to Ed Lover and brother Big Dre. Big Dre was a big dude. Not Dr. Dre, but the other Dre. And I gotta do some research, see if he alive currently. Salute to them brothers, cause they a part of hip hop. They had a platform. I don't know. I guess they owned it. I have to do some research, but a lot of artists came through there. I don't know. Remember what their show was. All I remember is Ed Lover and Dre. I don't remember what the show they had. I have to research that. Maybe I'll put that in the description. But yeah, again, so salute to Sheila E, which this is mostly a tribute to, this platform, and other artists that had energy like her. And so I want to read a little bit about Apollonia, because she was in that time. And I will say, I did research. Purple Rain was before Crush Groove, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because I think Purple Rain was 84. Yeah, Purple Rain was 84, and then Crush Groove was in 85, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. So Apollonia did come before, well, at least in my opinion, I could be wrong. Came before Sheila E, or I didn't know of Sheila E before, So that's neither here nor there, but I do think Purple Rain was before Crush Groove, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but I wanted to read a little bit about Apollonia, because she's a part of musical history, black culture. She's 65 years old, and Sheila E is 67, by the way, and they both look beautiful. They both look radiant. Neither one of them has hardly aged at all. But salute to Sheila E, 67, and I think she's still touring, if I'm not mistaken. She still got that same energy. I've seen some recent interviews. Still got that same energy. Salute to Apollonia, as I said, 65 years old. August 2nd, 1959. She's been on the planet for a while. Remember, she had the group called Apollonia 6. What they say, from 1983 to 1985. See, like I said, yep, Purple Rain was 94. 84. Excuse me. If I said 94 before, I didn't mean to say that. Like I said, Purple Rain was 84. Yep, and then Crush Groove came along at around 85, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna read a little briefing on the great Apollonia, Patricia Apollonia Catiro. Sound like, I don't know what nationality she was. I don't want to say it because I don't want to mess it up. Is an American actress, songwriter, singer, producer, which the same was Sheila E. She was too. Director, podcast host. Oh, she's a podcast host, and former model. She is known for co-starring. That's dope. Yep, and she co-starred in Purple Rain, of course. And I don't know if she played any other movies. I'm not sure. But yeah, she still look beautiful to this day. Her and Sheila E. I don't go for the beefing, and I don't indulge in things that cause division. So I salute to both of those sisters, because they both gave an impact to black culture. So, all right, and I'm gonna go to some other names. And remember, this is still a tribute to sister Sheila E., one of the greatest drummers of all time. And the first one on the list is the Pointer Sisters. Yeah, I'm going back. First one on the list is the Pointer Sisters. And you remember that song, The Neutron Dance, the Pointer Sisters, 1983. Neutron Dance is a song written by Allie Willis and Danny Sambello, which was introduced by the Pointer Sisters on their 1983 album Breakout. The song became a top 10 hit in 1985. That's around the same time Crush Groove and all that stuff was coming out. And remember back in the day, that's Beverly Hills Cop. Wow. Man, all kind of stuff back then. All right. Its success, they talking about the album. Its success augmented, if I said that right, augmented Augmented, that's a weird word. Augmented. Augmented by being prominently featured on the soundtrack of the motion. Ooh, I just said it. The motion picture Beverly Hills Cop. If I mispronounced that word, forgive me. I just said that. I didn't even see that before I said it. All right. Yeah, so salute to the Pointer Sisters. And they had fun music. Like I said, I was going to get into the fun music. And they had some fun music. And it's hard to try, keep that soul alive. Oh, I'm just burning, doing a new trying day. Who don't like that song? I don't give a man. Fun music. And those of that 70 era, I think what I say, 60 from 60 to 75, the best time ever. I'm telling you, that was the golden, and it's still golden now, but it's just a different golden. Some of us grabbing that golden, some of us I don't know where we are, but that's neither here nor there. But I want to get to some of these names. But I salute to Sheila E. For the energy she brought, and Apollonia. Again, both of those sisters were just, my thing I like to say, no one's better, just different. Maybe some of us just different talent than others. What I always like to say, what one brother don't got, another brother has. What or has, what one sister don't have, another sister have. So that's just my perspective, how I look at things. All right. Now I'm gonna run down this list, and I'm gonna do half, and then I'm gonna, I always play a song for my leaders and teachers. If you've been riding along, I appreciate you and I thank you. May that great divine be in all of our lives, and protect us and help us to prosper, and see things in our children and things beyond. We can do that, We can think good things into existence as well as protection. That's why you always hear me say, I call down that great protection from our great divine, for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy. All right, now the first one on the list is Ice-T, and I'm gonna read half of it, then I'm gonna play a song, and the song is "Back to Lead the Pack." That's the name of the song. That's when the righteous brothers and sisters get thrown to the wolves, we are back to lead the pack, and that's family, brother or sister, young or older. Those who are listening. All right, my generals, salute. All right, first one on the list is Ice-T, who just had a birthday. 67, salute to Ice-T, and still look the same. Hasn't hardly aged at all. And I thank Ice-T because he brought realism. That's what I say. You got to have that realism too. Again, we can be aggressive too, because as we all know, most melanated brothers and sisters, we have a little edge. We would just learn to control that edge as we get a little wiser, a little more aware, or a little older. And that's brother or sister. All right, Ice-T, salute for what he brought. Colors, and I can't remember all his songs off the top of my head, but I know Colors is one of them. He has some dope songs. I remember hearing Eminem. He was actually on stage spitting one of Ice-T's verses to him. I think I remember seeing that in a clip. Yeah, Eminem really educated on his artists. He knows all their lyrics and everything. I think that's important though, to really know the artists and not more than just the music. That's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to redo this podcast I'm doing now. But all right, so salute to Ice-T again. 67, brother still standing firm, and man, has put in a lot of work, and has went beyond the music. All right, the next one on the list is Janet Jackson, and I seen a picture of her with her and I had her on the last Missy Elliott, and they look beautiful. Missy Elliott looking good, look beautiful. But salute to her and Janet Jackson. I saw a picture of them together. I don't know if it was a recent. It looked recent though. I don't think it was that old. So salute to Janet Jackson for what she brought. Janet, Miss Jackson, if you nasty. Yeah, love what she brought. I remember listening to her songs, and I have to say, I always pick like the eyeball songs out of artists. That's my favorite. And one of her songs that I used to love to sing is or I used to like. I used to sing along to it, but I thought it was a beautiful song. Was funny as time flies by when we're having fun. Yeah, that song, that I don't know where it for when time passed us by. I won't go any further, but salute to Janet Jackson. That was one of my favorite songs by her. But I liked a lot of her songs. That was just one of them. So salute to Janet Jackson and Missy Elliott. I mentioned her on the last podcast, I think. Salute to Missy Elliott, who was best friends with Aaliyah. And I think she was best friends with Timberland. And I think I mentioned in the last podcast, if I didn't, they wrote the song 4-Page Letter, if I'm not mistaken. I think either Timberland wrote it. I think Timberland and Missy Elliott wrote the lyrics for that song, 4-Page Letter, but don't quote me on that. So salute to the sisterhood of Aaliyah. May she rest in peace and in power. You know, she come up every now and then, and she's on R&B list I've had in the past. Yeah, so salute to the sisterhood of Missy Elliott and Aaliyah, and I'm sure she miss her. We all do. There'll never be another Aaliyah. May she rest in peace and in power. And salute to Janet Jackson for what she brought. Next one on the list is Scarface. I love Scarface, and he collabed with Tupac, of course. I love his style. It's like he one of them brothers. He firm, but he cool, you know. And man, brought great knowledge and skill. And he's a brother that, you know, he embodied his music, his craft. Salute to Scarface. Next one is Ja Rule. And I wanted to talk about fun music. And Ja Rule made fun music. I remember hearing a lot of his songs in the club, and all of them were fun. You know, they were fun songs, and I like that. I like that about Ja Rule. Again, I know him and 50 had some kind of beef and all that, but again, like I just said a few minutes ago, I don't do the beefing thing. I just don't. It breeds negative energy. So, but Ja Rule has some good music, I think, you know, so. All right, well, and salute to Ja Rule, who still standing tall today. Salute to Ja Rule and his family. Real talk. Chubb Rock, rest in peace and in power. And that's another brother that made fun music. Treat Me Right, which was the soundtrack for Best Man. I mentioned that before. Treat Me Right. Yeah, and the part in Best Man is when let's see, the dude that played the Best Man, I can't remember his name. And salute to Morris Chestnut too. I seen he got a new special coming out or something. So salute to Morris Chestnut. He doing big things. Salute to him and his family. He doing big things. All right. But yeah, but Chubb Rock, the soundtrack, Treat Me Right. Everybody remember the scene when he was, I think he was, I don't know where, the dude that played the Best Man, he was somewhere in the movie. Remember he was thinking back to when the guy that, let me see, what was his name? What was Morris Chestnut's name in that movie? L Boogie. Remember they called him L Boogie in the movie. Remember he was thinking back when he was in high school or college or something like that, and that song was playing. But yeah, so salute to Chubb Rock, and who really cared about his craft and cared about his listeners, because he spoke to the youth. It's like Slick Rick and many others that spoke like that. Salute to Danny Dane too. I don't ever hear Danny Dane name come up. Salute to Danny Dane. I might do some research on what he doing or where he at. But salute to Chubb Rock. Again, brought fun music, brought fun to hip hop and some truth. And again, he spoke to the youth. Rest in peace and in power, Chubb Rock. Next one is Eve. It's a savvy sister that's kind of set herself apart from other artists. Eve's just different. She's that diamond that's just different than other diamonds. You know what I mean? And she brought fun music. Her music is fun. I love her videos. Her videos are always fun to watch. And she's so smooth and laid back. And I've never seen Eve too raunchy. I don't think. She's not raunchy either. She got class. So salute for Eve showing that we can have class. And she's always held class on her own. She always had. She might can play a little ghetto role, but she all class. So salute to what Eve brought, which is an underrated artist to me, like Lil Mama. She's another underrated artist. I can't think of any other ones right now. But yeah, so salute to Eve, because she's on my list. Next one is Mr. Cheeks, because he bring fun to the music. Lights, camera, action. Sorry, Miss Jackson. You know, I love that video. Yeah, and every time you see him in this video, he look like he having fun. And that's what I look for in an artist sometimes. You know, have fun with your music. You know, be serious when we need to be, when times need to be. But at the same time, folks, don't forget to have fun. So salute to Mr. Cheeks for bringing some swag and a different style to hip hop. Lights, camera, action. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Next one is Chuck D. And, you know, you got to put Chuck D on there. Chuck D and Flavor Flav, which was, Chuck D was, Flavor Flav was Chuck D, right-hand man. You know, so I had to put him on there. So, you know, Rhythm, the Rebel, you know, and you can't mention Public Enemy without mentioning Professor Griff. Because Professor Griff was the militant part of Public Enemy. And just in my opinion, I think Professor Griff was the glue that kept that group together, because he was the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that studied, meditated, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Professor Griff know martial arts. So he cold in a lot of areas, just an all around intelligent, sharp dude. You know, so salute to Professor Griff, Chuck D, Flavor Flav, and we know Public Enemy. They brought it, and we know they brought it, and that was a soundtrack. They had a soundtrack for Do the Right Thing. You know, I was just speaking on Spike Lee a little while ago. You know, Do the Right Thing. You know, we all know Fight the Power. That was the soundtrack for that. So salute for what they brought. You know, things they was telling us back then. You know, but it's manifesting now. You know, evil entities can't hide no more. All right, so that was a few names that I wanted to read, but I'm gonna go back to SHEILA E, because this is a tribute to SHEILA E, and it's just people that have skills in general, not just music. You know, that's why I put take our divine skills and our music skills to a whole nother level, because this is an overall thing, not just music. But it's beautiful when we can take our musical skills to a whole nother level, because as I said, Bob Marley said, our music is like a verbal newspaper to the voiceless, you know. But, you know, it's something I heard Jaguar Wright say. I heard her say today. It was a video clip of her that somebody uploaded a couple days ago. She said, you know, it's good to save hip hop. Well, not save hip hop, but, you know, save hip hop, revive hip hop. But something else she said that was important. We got to help the people. You know, we got to get into the people's minds, you know, because not everybody's on the same level. We got to focus on the people and get into the core and not just so much on the music. It's good to make good music, good hip hop, keep it stable and, you know, keep it from getting tainted. But we got all these minds out here, and people's minds are easily influenced, and, you know, the power of social media. So I know exactly where she was coming from, and so many others that speak the same way she do, brother or sister. The power of the social media and media. I always split it up to two, because you got the media, then you got social media. And when you can't distinguish the two, that's when you get crossed up. And that's kind of what Jaguar Wright was saying. You know, we got to look out for those who are being influenced and not following all these trends and getting distracted and trauma bonding and, you know, and not seeing, you know, in the core of what's going on of the media and or social media. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to make this sound too teachy, not preachy, teachy. But, you know, when you do it for a while and you just got teaching in your blood, in your spirit, it just come up out of your subconscious. You know, what we harbor inside is what will come out, negative or positive. But salute to SHEILA E for what she brought, you know, one of the greatest drummers of all time. And I'm going to get into some other drummers that I want to speak on. And Prince is one of them, rest in peace and in power. But I'll speak on the other drummer when I come back, and because I want to play this song that I got for you brothers and sisters. Because take a little break. I like just because you know when you speak a lot, I just like to take a little intermission, let some music play. You know, so listener don't get bored. Try to keep you interested and add to humanity and our culture. And what I said a few minutes ago, brothers and sisters, when evil entities try to throw a brother or sister that's right in their heart to the wolves, we come back leading the pack, don't we? So I'll be back after this.
My generals, let's go. Righteousness is where it's at. Throw us to the wolves and we back, leading the pack. Righteousness is a brother where it's at. And throw us to the wolves and we're back, leading the pack. Salute, it's Brother E up on his beast. You know I'm out here watching for the inner peace. But I go within and you never get the E. I don't give a damn about no devil, man, my mind is free. And I got my children deep within and my family. I never stop in my soul on this hip hop. I got my fist up in the air, love everywhere. And I don't care, in this life sometimes it ain't fair. That's why I stay with that divine, making sure we fine. And yeah, we going smooth, never will we ever grind. And I will see that ain't no devil ever bring me down. Cause I'm so strong and I'm standing on this firm ground. Woo! Righteousness is where it's at. And throw us to the wolves and we back leading the pack. Righteousness, brother, is where it's at. Throw us to the wolves, we're back leading the pack. Just been through some things, that's why I'm not insane. I do my thing while I stay up in my lane. So yeah, that's here how I go. And I stay up on this mic and get my divine and make me a pro. But you can do this too and go within and always be true. Man, we ain't gotta lose. My sisters and my brothers and all of my dudes, we never take it down, cause we do what we gotta do. And that's why we here. Got no time for the broken beer. And yeah, keep that love here everywhere. I got my fist, I hold it straight up in the sky. I gotta tell the truth, fuck hate and lies. Woo! Righteousness is where it's at. Throw us to the wolves and we're back leading the pack. Righteousness, brother, is where it's at. And throw us to the wolves and we're back leading the pack. Real talk, no matter what entities try to do to us. When you strong, you connected, you in that divine zone. You throw us to the wolves, we come right back leading the pack. Salute! Yeah! Righteousness is where it's at.
All right, brothers and sisters. Yeah. All right. Yep. Righteousness is where it's at. You know, just like my grandmother say, I always like to bring up, just keep on living. You know what I mean? Just keep on living. And you, that great divine, will show us all day, every day, all the time. But yeah. So that's what happens, you know, because you can't keep a good brother and a good sister down. You know, I don't care. You know, if a brother and sister is righteous in their heart, committed, you know, determined, and not hurting nobody in the process or hurting themselves, because it does make a difference if we hurt ourselves, because what we always hear, brothers and sisters, what is that saying? Hurt people. So we don't hurt ourselves, hurt no one else. Keep persevering through. You know, that's physics, brothers and sisters. You live long enough, you know. That's how energy works. Running over nobody, you know, it might not, you know, I always like to say, the moment we hurt someone intentionally, I'm talking about really bad, you know, it's only a matter of time before it comes back. You know what I mean? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I say that from time to time, you know. So, been there, done that. But moving on, you know, as I say, you know, you throw the righteous to the wolves, we come back, leading the pack. All right, so I want to get to the rest of these names. Again, salute to Sheila E. for bringing her drum skills, you know, and many others like her. She's one of the greatest drummers. And some I did hear her say in the interview, she said on a Michael Jackson song, don't stop till you get enough, get on. With the bus, don't stop. Now, I think it's that song, but don't quote me. It might be another one. But she said she played the ting 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 that's in that. She said she did that instrument with a glass bottle of water and two little sticks, and she hit the side of it and went ting 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 ting, because you can hear it in the song. She said that's her. So that's amazing to me. That's taking a skill to a whole nother level. What Malcolm X say, the least amount of tools. When you can create something with the least amount of tools, brother, sister, family, do you know how divinely creative that is? When you can make something out of nothing, and then it packs the world. That's beautiful, you know. So that's what I look for in an artist. That's what, you know, brings me joy. That's what, you know, sends chills to my body, because I really love music, the creation of it, how you make it. It's wonderful, you know. It's more than just words over a beat. Dancing is good, because dancing make us feel good, right? So dancing is good. It's good for our immune system. My throat getting a little dry from talking. Excuse me, I gotta take a little drink. Woo, throat was getting a little dry. Yep, I ain't drinking no liquor or nothing now. So I'm drinking just a little bit of Pepsi. I don't drink a lot of Pepsi, but just a little bit. Sometimes just give me a little stimulation, but I don't drink it all day, every day. I wouldn't advise no one to drink any soda at all. I just had a little bit just to kind of give me a little stimulation, you know. But I want to get to the rest of these names. And again, salute to Sheila E for her skills that she brought. And I'm pretty sure she had others behind her that was inspired, So salute to what she brought. Again, this is like a tribute to her. And to all artists and anyone that has skills, again, man, take our divine and musical skills to a whole nother level. Because remember, I'm talking about any kind of skill we have, not just music, but I'm speaking on music too. But I just any skill, we got, small or big, manifest it, invest in it. When we take the time to invest in ourselves and just do different things and get out of the old bubble and out of the old comfort zone, we'll be amazed, and take ourselves with no brother or sister, man or woman, has ever been before in our mind, in the world. And it just leads from one thing to the next when we explore. You get excited, when you're hungry for knowledge and stuff like that. It's like you want more of it. Levels never run out until we transition. As we hear our great leaders and teachers, our reachers and teachers say, salute, brother or sister. All right. I want to get to the rest of these names. And again, salute to Chuck D, Flavor Flav, and the great Professor Griff for bringing that realism and that knowledge to hip hop. Next on the list is Run DMC, which made fun music. And I remember them coming to Milltown. I think they performed in Milltown years ago. Salute to Run DMC for the fun they brought to hip hop. And salute to Run. He was even dope when he did a little solo songs. And I think he did a song with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yep, I remember them collabing together. That was, I forget what song it was, but I do remember Run collabing with Bone Thugs and Harmony. If I'm not, Bone Thugs and Harmony. And salute to Bone Thugs and Harmony for what they brought, harmonizing a different style. And salute to Twister, because again, I think they had some kind of beef thing going on too, but not going there, I think they all were great artists. Salute to Twister and Bone Thugs and Harmony, Run DMC. All right, we're going to move on over to, I want to speak on Phil Collins. I like Phil Collins' music, and he's a drummer. I brought him up because Prince was a drummer, rest in peace and in power. Phil Collins was a great drummer. And of course, Phil Collins made some good music. He did. And I liked Phil Collins because he collabed with Philip Bailey. And Philip Bailey, I think he has 2 kids, if I'm not mistaken. I think he has a son and a daughter. And salute to Philip Bailey. And Philip Bailey, I'm trying to say his name right. And Phil Collins. And the song they did was Easy Lover. And I love that song. And I love the video. They look like they had so much fun. Again, I was going to talk about artists who had fun with their music, And they had fun. I seen the video. I mean, we all remember the video, Easy Lover. It looked like they had so much fun. And the song was great. And I always liked it. I still listen to Phil Collins today. I listen to him at work when I'm cooking. I had a customer come in and say, he said, "You can cook and listen to music too?" I was like, "Yeah, what's so hard about that? That's what keeps me going." I told him it wasn't no music. I burn all this food up. I was just kidding though. But yeah, man, I get into my zone, get into my groove, like a lot of us brothers and sisters do. Again, take our divine skills and our musical skills to a whole nother level. So some of us have cooking skills. Some of us have, a lot of us do art. Some of us are great writers. A lot of you got some great speakers. You got those are good at coming up with solutions, for the world, because that's good to have. You have some great nurses that do care about people, and salute to the good doctors and the good nurses, people who actually got cures out there. Salute to them, if that exists. But I'm reaching for skills, just different skills that can help in this world and impact. Them the kind of skills I'm talking about, because I got nurses in my family. My auntie was a nurse. I think both my cousins worked at a hospital. So, I remember when I burnt my hand. I was working one time and I burnt my hand in the fryer, some grease. And my Aunt Ruby, she went right to work, told me what to do. And, I ain't had to go to the hospital because she already knew the knowledge. See, that's what I'm talking about. We need them kind of skills, That's the kind of stuff we need to rap about in our music or sing about in our music, things that'll help the youth. Again, the fun stuff, the real stuff, but let's have a purpose in there. Whether it's hard, aggressive, or it's easy, let's have a purpose in there. So at least that's my opinion. That's my perspective on music. But all right, but I like Phil Collins, and his music is soothing. One of his songs, I like a lot of his songs, but one of them I listen to probably a lot is Paradise. And I like the meaning of it and what he says. That what he's saying in the song Paradise is a lot of us take life for granted, and we got people out here struggling, and we get in these petty debates and doing petty shit in our life, and we become, some of us are ungrateful and got every damn thing, and we get something and then we want more and it's still not enough. And so that's the kind of stuff I got from that song. We living in paradise where those before, some people out here are suffering. So I never make light of that. But now those who are in circumstances that didn't have a choice, now those are the ones I have a heart for. But those who are in circumstances because of their own actions, especially if they're healthy, mind, body, and soul, then they have to learn, because everyone has a choice that's healthy, mind, body, and soul. I always got to reiterate that, everyone has a choice. I did. My cousin Brian, we all had a choice. So we chose to get our shit together and take care of ourselves the best way we can. And many great things come when you're disciplined, righteously. All right. Y'all know I be teaching. But I like the collab he did with Philip Bailey. And I'm going to read a little summary on Philip Bailey, because it was a time, I forgot that he was the lead singer of Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is another great group that we all know. I was like, wow, I did not know that. So, and we don't know everything. It's just sometimes we don't know stuff. It's okay. Yeah, that's something I didn't know. So I thought I'd look the brother up and read a little summary on the brother, because, again, I love the collab he did with Phil Collins. So salute to what Phil Collins brought. And I think a lot of melanated brothers and sisters like Phil Collins. He made some good music. All right, so Philip Bailey was a member of Earth, Wind, and Fire, as we all know. He was the lead singer. He was the lead singer, writer, and percussionist, which is dope. That's what SHEILA E was, percussionist. And for the band, or percussionist, he was the lead singer and percussionist for the band. Wow, he had multiple skills. Let's see. It's saying, how did Bailey join Earth, Wind, and Fire? Bailey was invited to join the band by Maurice White in 1972, 2 years after I was born. I was born in 1970. While Bailey was attending the University of Colorado. Bailey's four-octave vocal range, because he got that high voice, range and falsetto register helped the band achieve new heights. Wow. Falsetto, I never heard that word. Falsetto register helped the band achieve new heights. He sang on many of the band's biggest hits, including Shining Star, Reasons, Fantasy, September, and Sing a Song. All right. The great Philip Bailey, and he's still alive today, and he's still looking, like I say, boy, when you take care of yourself, I got to make sure I put emphasis on that. When we take care of ourselves, get rest, keep our stress levels low, make sure we somewhat eat right. That's kind of for me. I don't eat right all the time, but I damn sure not a glutton, and I do take precautions. So that's a part of it too. Then black won't crack, because I know we always say that, but there's things we have to do to make sure black don't crack. All those things I said, then the spiritual aspect, the physical aspect, our psyche. I always talk about that psyche, dealing with things coming, because, like Malcolm X said, it starts with a thought. We think right, we eat right. We think right, we walk right. We think right, we talk right. We think right, we act right. We think right, we sing right. Real talk. We make good music, and we develop any other skills that we may have, because there's not just one way. And I draw that from my son, Lord Lamont. He said that on the father and son discussion, which we'll be having Friday. And we're going to speak on, I think I brought it up before, I may not have, and we're going to speak on classical music and physics, because I want to learn a little more about both classical, because I don't know that much about classical music. I know a little, but physics really have never really studied physics. So me and him, we gonna study physics and we gonna speak on it. So salute to my son, Lord Lamont. He gonna be all right. Great Divine, got him. But yeah, salute to Philip Bailey for what he brought in Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, salute. And I think Mari's, I think he transitioned. May he rest in peace and in power, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and salute to Philip Bailey and his family. And Phil Collins, I seen a recent video of him. He's up there. I think he's still alive, but he up there. So, but salute to what he brought. I like Phil Collins' music. Yep. And all right, so let's move on to the next. Master P. I wanted to speak on Master P and Cat Williams. And Cat Williams, they are a part of hip hop, you know. And we all know Master P. Now, he might not have done everything right. He might have made some mistakes along the way. But Master P has helped people, you know. And so, and I was just thinking that it was just in my spirit. So salute to Master P. And I like his music. You know, he brought fun music, and he came a little hard sometimes. You know, he went through his time like everybody do. You know, so salute to Master P, who went above and beyond the music, you know, and that's what it's all about. And Cat Williams, you know, Cat Williams is a part of hip hop. I like Cat Williams. He can freestyle, and he has helped artists, brother and sister, if I'm not mistaken. I hear about both of those brothers doing good things for people all the time. And just my own little thing, Master P and Cat Williams are that great divines, angels, real talk. So salute to you brothers, and keep doing what you've been doing and what you are doing. So may that great divine protect them. Keep all dangers from them. Any brothers like them and sisters. We need people like that, like KRS-One. KRS-One is needed, real talk. What if it wasn't no KRS-One? What if it wasn't never no Master P or no Cat Williams or other artists that were real and true? You know, what if it wasn't people like Jaguar? I mean, man, and we think hip hop is messed up. It would be even worse. So be thankful for the brothers and sisters we do have standing up. And I'm talking about all kind of music, not just hip hop, and standing up in general. Because remember, this is more than just musical skills, divine skills also in any area, especially when it comes to helping humanity and or culture. So salute to Master P and Cat Williams. All right, I'm gonna go through some more names. I got a lot of them, brothers and sisters. I've been studying. I've been reading. Like L Boogie said in The Best Man. Remember dude said, what was his name? Art. His name was Art. Yeah, in the movie. Remember The Best Man? His name was Art. Remember he was scared he's gonna find that book. He said, "Oh, I see you've been reading." He's like, "Yeah, I've been reading." So that's what I've been doing, brothers and sisters. I've been reading. All right, the first one on this other list I have, and this is still a tribute to Sister SHEILA E. Because these are all artists that had energy like SHEILA E, one of the greatest drummers of all time. All right, Chaka Khan. I love Chaka Khan. I remember hearing her song back when I was in 7th grade. We all remember that song, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, can I love you, can I leave you, whatever they said. But yeah, that always take me back to 7th grade, back when people actually danced in a line and wasn't just crowded around on the floor. You know, we actually had a Soul Train line. We all remember Soul Train. I missed that time when we danced like that, you know. And you know, I can't speak for all, you know, for other brothers and sisters how they came up, but I just remember we had a dance at a school in my hometown, Roosevelt. And we all dressed up. We had a formal dress up dance, you know. And I just miss things like that. So Chaka Khan takes me back to that time, and there's some good friends I had at that time, and crushes I had on girls. Girls back then. I was young, so it was just a wonderful time. And remember the crushes we used to have and the notes we would write. Would you go with me? Yes or no, or maybe. And we tell them to circle it. Yeah. Then you had one of your wise guys friends take the note and show everybody. I went through that. Yeah, but then was just some golden times. But salute to Chaka Khan and Devontae, the Jodeci. I wanted to get into that. Jodeci, and I know we remember Jodeci. And I came across them on the internet today, and it popped in my spirit. And I think I heard a brother say, now I don't want to misquote, but say Devontae wrote all the lyrics for Jodeci. most of them. So salute to Devontae and Jodeci, cause it was a wonderful group. They harmonized beautiful, So they brought good music, And I want to speak on. Let me see. Jackie Wilson is a brother that danced like James Brown. I seen that clip of him. So salute to Jackie Wilson. I told y'all got a lot of black history here. Most of it. Jackie Wilson, James Brown, salute. Then we gonna move over to Big Daddy Kane, salute to what he brought. Tracy Chapman, I love Tracy Chapman. And let me see, Tracy Chapman. And I wanted to speak on back in the day on Yo MTV Raps when Fresh Prince was real skinny and he had big ears. He looked so funny. He was real skinny. It's so weird to see those when you go back in time, brothers and sisters. It's just, I don't know. It's just wonderful to see. And I know we all remember Fab Five Freddy. So Yo MTV Rap. So I was just watching some old clips of, old artists, Run DMC and L Cool J back when they were young, because they all were on Crush Groove. And it was Sheila E., Run DMC, the Fat Boys. Salute to the Fat Boys. It was Run DMC, Fat Boys, L Cool J, who else? Sheila E. I said Sheila E., Fat Boys. Sheila E., Fat Boys, Run DMC, L Cool J. I can't remember who else was on there. But I know them groups was on there. Yeah. But man, there was the time we all seen Crush Groove. Yep. So those were some other names that I had. And I got another list here. Excuse me, I'm bumping. And I got another list here. Let me see here. Because I don't want to leave nobody off. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to speak on Q-Tip. Yep, Q-Tip, and rest in peace and empower Phife Dawg. And salute to Tribe Called Quest. Yes, and I love Q-Tip's voice. Salute to Q-Tip. I love his voice, man. Dope. And Vibrant Thing. I was listening to that today, actually. And rest in peace and empower Phife Dawg, which they were a great duo together. And you can't have this one. They was them brothers together. It's like you can't have one without the other. They like intertwined together so well. And I want to read a little summary, Brother Phife. All right, Malik. Let me see if I can say his name right now. Malik is Isaac Taylor. Malik Isaac Taylor, November 20th, 1970. He was born the same year as me. Wow, 1970. March 22nd, 2016. Known professionally as Phife Dawg, or simply Phife, was an American rapper and member of the group Tribe Called Quest, with Q-Tip and Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and let me see, I think that's it. Yeah, that it. And for a while, let me see. No, that's it. Yeah, it says, excuse me, y'all, sorry about that. Was an American rapper and a member of the group Tribe Called Quest, what I just said, with Q-Tip, Ali Shaheed Muhammad. I guess that was it. Yeah. All right. And let's see, Phife Dawg, the rapper from the Tribe Called Quest. You see, transition. Okay, I read that. Yeah. March. Okay, yeah. I just read that. March 22nd, at the age of 45. The cause of transition was complications with diabetes. Man. And we all either know somebody or know somebody that that had diabetes. So rest in peace and empower to Phife Dawg. Real talk. Cause you on time, Phife. You on point, Phife, all the time, Tip. You on point, Tip, all the time, Phife. Real talk. So salute, rest in peace and empower. And may his family be protected, and may they be doing well. May that great divine in their life and his children's life, if he had any. All right, I want to read a little summary on Jodeci. All right, let me see. Yep, let's see, Jodeci. All right, Jodeci is an American R&B quartet. That's brilliant. Quartet consisting of members Devontae Swing, Mr. Dalvin, KC, and JoJo, formed in 1988. That's dope. Yeah. And they had one of them albums. Every song was dope. Real talk. They made some really dope music, and they did collab with Tupac. Yeah, and that song was dope. When they got together, man, man, the music was just, man, so creative. So salute to Jodeci. I haven't done any research on them or, what they're doing currently, but they brought back some golden times. And we're gonna move we're gonna move on over to MC Hammer, which I heard a lot of brothers and sisters say in interviews, didn't take no crap, and he was very strict, and he was very respectful. He didn't go for the calling girls hoes and all that stuff. Actually heard a brother, let me see what his name is. He actually has a channel. His name Benito Glosson, and he was speaking on Hammer, how he was real strict. He had policies. He fined you, and but you had to be, So, but salute to Hammer for being able to be a balanced brother, and even though the things he went through, still standing firm today. And we all know Hammer was phenomenal. When it was Hammer time, he was gonna put on the show, whether it was on TV or live. Man, I'm telling you, when the Hammer song come on, you're gonna be moving. If you don't get up out the seat and dance, you're gonna be dancing in your seat, cause dude brought that energy, and it was from the pit of the soul, real talk. Cause two things he loved was rapping and dancing. He was committed to his craft. So salute to what Hammer brought, and that energy comes from our ancestors, brothers and sisters. So he took his skill to a whole nother level. Real talk, his musical skills. But we have many skills. Like I said, brothers and sisters, it's a trillion and billion gifts out here that this great divine has for us. First we reach within our inner core, and then it'll come from the outside. Because as we say, hate to sound like a broken record, what we put out, say it together, folks, is what the heck we get back. All right, so even though Hammer went through things he went through, people took advantage of him and all that, but he stayed with that God's spirit within. He never lost himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's stable. Now, it's not easy to be stable, but when we do it, when we see the results, that's what will empower us, and that's with music and any skill we have. Like I said, I'm talking about divine skills, musical skills, anything that'll help us and help another that want to be helped. All right, so those were some names I had a lot of brothers and sisters. Did I mention? I mentioned all these already. Big Daddy Kane, Tracy Chapman. Yep, I like the music she brought. If I didn't mention Tracy Chapman, I already mentioned Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, Tracy Chapman, salute. I like her music. She always tells a good story in her music. When you listen to Tracy Chapman, she gonna take you on a ride. Real talk. So salute to all those names, and I got a few more, and I'm gonna sign on out of here, brothers and sisters. And Erykah Badu, and I had her on the list, Erykah Badu, and Salt and Pepper, because they brought fun as well as Kid and Play. They brought that energy. They had that same energy like Sheila E. and Spinderella, may she rest in peace and in power. And I love the energy Salt and Pepper brought. And they had the same energy as Kid and Play, because Kid and Play, I think they actually toured with Salt and Pepper, but don't quote me. I was trying to say, excuse me, pausing. Yeah, but don't quote me. Yeah, but I love the energy that Salt and Pepper brought, because I said I was gonna speak on fun music, like Fat Boys. They brought fun music, They showed that you can have a skill within, no matter how you are. Like Biz Markie, he was cool in his skin, who he was, and that's the best way to be, And you'll shine that way, and it's in any skill, not just music. But speaking on music on the moment, so those are some of the names and people I wanted to speak on, and like I said, I did this before, and another one. No, two more people I want to put on the list is L'Oreal Lyrical, which is my cousin, rest in peace and in power, and my son, Lloyd Lamont, because he has fun with his music. But again, the beautiful thing about our music, when we make music, the emotion is how we feel at that moment or that day. Expression. It's a beautiful thing. I reiterate what I said. Bob Marley said, it's like a verbal newspaper for the voiceless. So anybody doing music, and I'm speaking on my underground artists too, and cause I try to focus on a lot of the underground, Let me see. I did have some underground artists that I wanted to speak on, but I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, because I'm going to sign you brothers. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I wanted to speak on Tech Nine, last but not least. The phenomenal Tech Nine. I love Tech Nine. Y'all hear me talk about Tech Nine a lot. And I like Tech Nine because he's from Kansas, as well as Eddie Griffin. That's why I like Eddie Griffin, even if he wasn't from Kansas. But I can kind of relate to Eddie Griffin and Tech Nine because they're from Kansas. I used to live in Kansas. I loved it there. And it was back in the 90s. And that's where Lord Lamont was born, in Kansas. So salute to Tech Nine, man, who was the king of underground. Real talk. So I want to read a little summary about Tech Nine and speak a little bit more on skills. And I'm going to salute you brothers and sisters on. Let that great divine continue being in your life. And that's current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view. I mean it. Things I want from me, from that great divine, I want from the listeners, my family, brothers and sisters, younger or older, in the world and online. I want the same things for you too, because it's about what? Building generals. But back to Tech Nine, who was a general. And man, Tech Nine has brought so much to hip hop, and he's a force to be reckoned with. The brother is phenomenal with them words, real talk, with his skill. And you talking about taking musical skills to another level. Man, Tech Nine is the epitome of taking musical skills to another level. And I'm gonna read a little summary, because I like the under. I got respect. Excuse me. I got respect for artists, but I'm really more so for the undergrounds. All right, let's read this summary about the great Tech Nine. All right, the Strange label, also known as Strange Music, primarily features Tech Nine as its founder and most prominent artist, with a roster that includes other hip hop artists like Big Scoop, Prozac, and Mackenzie. I don't want to mess it up. Mackenzie Nicole, currently signed to the label. So salute to them artists. And that's just some of them. And they all dope. They all dope. They all have that same energy like Tech Nine, And you know why he's such a phenomenal artist, Tech Nine? Because he has fun with his craft. You know what I'm saying? And he never let it get to his head. Because it's when hip hop and music in general becomes a part of you, you become music in hip hop. And I just like to throw in there what I learned from the great Professor Grip. High infinite power, helping our people. HIP, HOP. Remember that. Our artists out there, keep that in your soul. But we can use that for any genre of music. Again, we can come aggressive. We can have fun. We can talk gangster, but have a purpose. Teach somebody something. Aside from the dancing and having fun, but teach somebody something too. Those are the things that we remember. Again, look at some of the songs that we remember from Pac. I'm just using him as an example. The ones he were positive on. Those are the ones we remember the most. So, but that's something I wanted to speak on. But not just musical skills. Sharpen any skill. We need to sharpen in this life, in this time. Any skill we have, any area, especially if it helps ourselves, humanity, and our culture, because that's what it's about. And another salute to SHEILA E, to the energy she brought, and her skills, because I'm sure she inspired someone, and that's how it goes. We inspire one another and we grow. And you never know, all kind of skills pop up out our spirit. You just never know. Well, we got to go there. Again, like Malcolm X said, we think right, we eat right. We think right, we talk right. We think right, we act right, righteously, real talk. So that can go for any kind of skill we have or our musical skills. Because, man, brothers and sisters, it's the most wonderful thing in the world when we take any skill we have, again, musically or any other skill, when we take it to a whole nother level. Salute.